You are hungry. You don't have any food, and you are in a survival situation. All around you are plants, flowers, and trees. You reach for a leaf. Stop. Did you do the Universal Edibility Test? Is that plant safe to eat? Eat plants only as a last resort in any survival situation. Remember, you can survive for 3 weeks without food. There are 4 things you must do before using the Universal Edibility Test. Deciding to eat plants is not something you do unless your food supply is almost done, and you haven't eaten anything in 2 weeks. Before you look for edible plants to test and eat, make sure you do the following before consuming plants. 1. Ration your food source, if you have food. 2. Eat insects. They are nutritious, plentiful and have protein. 3. Have a supply of drinking water. 4. Know how to induce vomiting if the plant you eat is poisonous. What are some things to avoid when you look for edible plants? Avoid all mushrooms. There is no test to determine if they are poisonous or safe. Mushrooms are not plants. They are not worth the risk of eating. Some poisonous plants look and smell edible. Other poisonous plants give us signs that we should not eat them. Do not consume plants with a bitter taste and avoid plants with a group of 3 leaves. Stay away from plants with thorns, spines, or hairs, as well as plants with white berries or yellow berries. What are some things you should look for when selecting a plant for the edibility test? 1. Look for a plant that is plentiful. 2. Look for familiar plants. Plants that look like the following common edible plants are an excellent place to start. Common and familiar plants include acorns, bananas, blackberries, blueberries, and dandelions. 3. Don't forget to look for seaweed. Seaweed is a nutritious plant source that is edible, as long as you get it fresh from the ocean. Can you trust the Universal Edibility Test? And who created the Plant Edibility Test? The Universal Edibility Test comes from the United States Army Survival Field Manual. The Plant Edibility Test takes 24 hours to complete, and you should only test one part of the plant at a time. Here are the steps to follow to determine if an unknown plant is safe to eat. 1. Separate the plant into its different parts: structures, leaves, flowers, stems, bulbs, and roots. Test each part individually before consuming it. 2. Smell it. Discard if there is a moldy or musty smell. 3. Do a skin contact test. If there is tingling, swelling, or redness, stop here, otherwise continue. 4. Put a small part of the plant on the outer lip and inner part of your lip. You are good to go if there is no swelling or a tingling sensation. 5. Chew a small piece of the plant to get all of the juices, then spit it out. Stop if there is tingling. If not, continue. 6. Eat a small piece of the plant, then wait for 6 hours. Do not consume other foods. You must wait after each step before continuing. If you are okay after 24 hours, it should be safe to eat small amounts of the plant part you tested. Keep the following in your mind. When you are down to your last food source, and you have not eaten in 2 weeks, knowing how to implement the edibility test to add plants to your diet is a must-have survival skill.